Param Shanti to Brahmama, Param Shanti to Parampita, and Param Shanti to all of you. Today's topic of discussion is, how do I know if I am enlightened? Anantji is saying, Param Shanti Bapuji, welcome to this new discussion. Today's topic is Atma Gyaan, or knowledge of the self, or self-realization. Bapuji, we are seeking an answer from you on self-realization, that is, how will I know whether I have become enlightened with real knowledge of self or Atma? Bapuji is answering, Atma Gyaan, or knowledge of self or soul, means the awakening of soul, that is, the activation of soul, or directly experiencing the existence of soul within. This can also be termed as the opening of 8th Agya Chakra of the spiritual seeker. When the activation of 8th Agya Chakra happens, then the power emerges within the soul. When the power is immersed, then the individual will experience soul conscious stage. The person will be aware of its self as a pure soul. When this happens, one becomes full of light body. Higher wisdom will become active, and third eye or divine eye will also open. The opening of third eye will lead to experiencing Divya Drishti or divine sight. Then the soul can see own history or past life. The soul will be able to know where it has come from because the recordings are engraved in the soul. The enlightened soul can also see or read the recordings of other souls if they want. Anantji is asking, but Bapuji, what changes occur in daily routine after opening third eye or after having complete self-realization? Bapuji is answering, first, I will tell you how the soul can achieve and experience self-realization. Then only you can help other souls to experience the true nature of soul within the physical body. The big question is how to attain the pure soul consciousness in this physical body. Many people say that they are Atma Gyani or have knowledge of soul, but if the person hasn't realized the soul conscious stage or hasn't directly experienced soul within the body, then it's futile to claim oneself as Atmagyani. Now, who can experience the soul conscious state? The one who has empowered themselves can experience the soul conscious state. But from where will one get power? One will get power from the powerhouse. But the question is, who is the powerhouse? The powerhouse is Almighty Authority. When the person connects themselves to the powerhouse, Almighty Authority, then they will draw power from Him. They will receive divine light from Almighty Authority, and then soul gets charged with supreme light. Anantji is asking, so Bapuji, my question is, what does the soul experience when it receives the divine power from the Almighty Authority? What are their lifestyles, nature and behaviors like? Bapuji is answering, when the soul comes into an awakened state, it will become soul conscious and attains divine vision. The nature, characteristics, as well as the mind of such awakened soul will remain in a state of complete equanimity, peace, and calmness. One can also visualize the infinite worlds through divine vision. If a soul has originated from far off multiverse, then they can visualize multiverse. If the soul has come from great, great universe, then the soul will be able to see its place of origin in the great, great universe. This is because the soul has all the recordings imprinted on it from where it has come from. The soul can recall the memory from its place of origin to its present state. The soul will be able to acquire the divine visions of its origin and the past. In addition, soul will be able to visualize the visions of universe or multiverse, etc., depending upon its origin. Furthermore, upon acquiring the state of pure soul consciousness, they will slowly realize that everything is temporary in this physical world, and they will completely become detached to earthly matters. The soul will realize that this physical body is subjected to death on this earth. They will realize this is mortal world. In soul conscious state, the soul will be able to see and understand about eternal creation or the world of supreme elements, the incorporeal world, and many other higher dimensions in the creation like Bhulok, Bhurlok, Swargalok, Maharlok, galaxies, universes, etc. The soul will understand the difference among Shiva, Mahashiva, and higher celestial powers. The soul will gain knowledge of how the galaxies and universes were created and by whom. So finally, when the soul receives all knowledge, it becomes completely enlightened and becomes an image of pure wisdom itself. Atma Swarup or soul consciousness means a state of pure and complete wisdom. The soul will reach a state of ultimate peace and joy, which can be termed as divine bliss. Therefore, the causal body will fill with divine energy, and in the process, the causal body or Karan Sarir will become powerful, which will clean all the karmic bondages gradually. Once the causal body is charged with divine energy, automatically the subtle and gross body is also filled with divine light. This creates an aura of supreme element which is more powerful compared to ether element. If anybody comes under the aura of such enlightened soul or even thinks about them, they will experience the vibration of supreme peace and divinity. At this stage, if the awakened soul wants to read the recordings of another soul, then it can clearly visualize the recordings of that soul. Just like pictures on TV screen, they can see where the soul has originated from and why did they come here, etc. Anantji is asking, Bapuji, how will such enlightened soul handle the dualities of nature like happiness and sadness of life? What changes will occur in that soul while facing the hardships of daily life on earth? Bapuji is answering, you find such an enlightened soul will be in a state of pure bliss such that they would not feel any hunger, thirst, or pain, and the soul will be in the state of complete silence. In this condition, their mind stops reacting to this world and attains a state of complete silence. Anantji is saying, Bapuji, in my opinion, I don't think anyone would have reached such a state of enlightenment. Bapuji is saying, this is why I have said in many videos that those whom we call enlightened, they only know I am a soul. But they haven't experienced true state of soul consciousness. When they have soul realization, they will not like to stay on earth. They would like to share the knowledge to others. They will think about the welfare of despairing humanity of world. They will impart the knowledge of infinite creation to the people. They will tell the difference between path of wisdom and path of devotion. This is not a simple thing, but a very profound and deep work. Many people boast of their spirituality. However, there is a huge difference between knowledge of self and direct experience of soul or soul conscious state. I haven't seen anybody experiencing such enlightened state. If they attain such state, they would not stay here. They will take on manifested form from the physical form or gross form and travel to the destination where the soul has come from. If they were originated from multiverse, then they will travel to multiverse. If they have come from different multiverse, then they will go to their own multiverse. If they have come from universe, then they will travel to their universe. They will take their original form. They will remember their eternal form. In that state, soul can visualize the recordings of the journey of self. That is why when I see people describing their spiritual experiences in a boastful manner, I can understand that they are just lacking the real spiritual knowledge or they are not enlightened. Anant is saying, but Bapuji, many high quality souls called Behad souls, they express their experiences that they have seen some form of light and other such supernatural experiences. Whereas other high quality souls do not have same experience. Bapuji, what would you like to say about this? Bapuji is saying, the Behad souls in subtle world and one of the subtle form of Almighty authority stay with the high quality souls who experience light or other supernatural things and make them feel the different kinds of experiences of subtle world beyond this physical world. The one who do not experience such things needs to put more efforts in yoga and meditation. Anandji is saying, many Behad souls also say that they get directions from subtle form of Almighty called Akari Bapuji or Behad Ka Bap or Supreme Father. Bapuji is saying, this is completely wrong assumption. Akari Bap in subtle form will never give any directions or engage in any sort of worldly conversations with any of Behad souls. Behad Ka Bap or Akari Bapuji is supreme subtle form of Almighty authority. He is working secretly on earth for the transformation of infinite creation. Behad Ka Bap or Supreme Father has his own creations known as Behad souls or supremely high quality souls. He will never give any directions to his creations or children or influence their thoughts because Supreme Father or Behad Ka Bap communicates with Sakari Bap or physical form of Almighty authority and directs through him. Whatever Behad Ka Bap wants to speak, he will speak only through the physical form of Almighty authority called Sakari Bap. He only communicates or sends any messages or directions to the physical form of Almighty authority and no one else. If anyone states that Supreme Father has given some directions or Supreme Father influences their thoughts, then these are all exaggeration of their thoughts only. But sometimes people have different experiences because the Behad souls from subtle world reside with them and help them to realize some supernatural experiences, for example, light body, etc. These experiences are temporary and last until Behad souls from subtle world reside with them. But when these Behad souls from subtle world leave, then they forget all the knowledge. Anandji is saying, yes, Bapuji, such incidents have happened several times. Bapuji is saying, it does happen occasionally. Behad souls in subtle world help the high quality souls on earth to make them realize the presence of Supreme Father through inspiration or sending divine vibrations or by entering into their body. Anandji is saying, so how can a person determine whether such experience is occurring due to their own powers or they are being helped by the souls from the subtle world? Bapuji is saying, this can be determined from how long the power remains in the soul, whether it lasts for 2 months, 4 months, or a year or 2 years, etc. When own power of soul works in true sense, then the power of experiencing higher dimensions by the soul will become permanent. From this, one can know whether the experience is due to their own soul power or due to the inspiration of other souls from the subtle world. That's why it's difficult to judge. Anandji is saying, therefore, one must understand to keep off from spiritual powers like siddhis. Bapuji is saying, these so-called siddhis or acquiring miraculous power is completely a different affair. Earlier, people used to engage in awakening Kundalini. After awakening 1 or 2 levels, then they used to get siddhis or miraculous powers. But when these siddhis or powers are misused, then it creates bikarma or negative karmic bondages. So one should not be trapped in siddhis. That's why I tell everyone to attain the state of soul consciousness, but not siddhis. Anandji is saying, therefore, every soul must move towards getting true knowledge of the soul and for improvement of soul's stage. Bapuji is saying, here one must be clear that just only by acquiring true knowledge of self, the soul does not get power. In order to get power, the soul must connect to the powerhouse, the Almighty Authority. Yog means connection. Therefore, one should know how to connect to the powerhouse and get power. For this, the soul needs to do yog, or in other words, be in constant remembrance of Almighty Authority. Anandji is saying, so by acquiring true knowledge of the soul, it will help to move towards the goal of attaining soul consciousness. Bapuji is saying, but who can attain this purely soul conscious state? This can be done by the souls who have complete knowledge of Almighty Authority, from where they can draw power to awaken the soul. That means the souls must have knowledge of 3 forms of Almighty Authority, that is, physical, subtle, as well as incorporeal form. Even a deity category soul who has degraded to a human soul, that soul should acquire knowledge of self, and then it can reach soul conscious state. Once soul conscious state is reached, then soul will definitely want to know about the infinite creation and about Almighty authority. At this stage, the soul would like to understand the secret of infinite creation. That means how the universe, galaxy, or Brahman, etc., were created. There will be desire for infinite knowledge in such souls. Supreme knowledge will emerge in the soul. He will be in remembrance of Almighty and attain self-conscious stage. But all these takes time. Self-realization takes time. Anandji is saying, thank you Bapuji for explaining self-realization to us. Param Shanti. Dear viewers, the link of original Hindi video is given in the description box below. There are playlists in our channel on various topics. You can also share our videos and subscribe the channel. Please feel free to leave the comments and questions you have in the comment box. Thank you and Param Shanti to all.
परम शांति सोचो बोलो परम शांति
Join us daily for live meditation, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on YouTube Live. Subscribe now. Website www.paramshanti.org. Email us anant@paramshanti.org. Like, share, subscribe. Join today.
बेहद की